alongside with two of our victors.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I want to welcome Stixxay and Huhi to the desk after a nice victory there against Team Liquid, putting them to 0-3. Somewhat of a surprising start, some would say, for them. I'm going to come to you, Stixxay, first, as you are on the LCS stage now. The both of you having, been subs in the previous split, but now starting roster. A 2-1 to start, the North American LCS spring split isn't too bad. So how does it feel? What is this doing for your confidence level as a newcomer into the scene, having come away with these victories in the early portions of the split?
So yeah, it definitely feels pretty good to win. Even if I'm not playing so well, it's nice to know that my team can also back me up and carry me when they need. So it's really nice.
Well, speaking of which, yeah, we've got another member of your team, and I want to talk about these dynamics a little bit because last week, a pretty good showing against TSM, locking down that first victory. A little bit of a stumbling, though, for the game against Dignitas, and now getting it back here. So as a team, Huhi, what is the process like following a loss in determining what are the building points that you guys need to hit first moving into the next week? So using that Dignitas game as an example, what did you guys discuss specifically that you're going to fix come this week?
Well, Dignitas game, I thought we were going to win. Like, we all thought that we were going to win. But, we tunneled too hard on punishing their, bad habits. And instead of playing our style, we just focused too much on that. So we realized that, we focused, we tunneled too hard on, punishing Dignitas, but we just didn't play it on our style, and that's why we lost. So that's what we learned from that game. And then I think it's really helpful to get a loss in our early season, especially for me and Trevor, because we are new, we don't know how we feel when we lose. So it was a new feeling. It was a little depressing, but people were cheering up each other. It was pretty good. So we tried to build it up this week.
Yeah, kind of getting familiar with that sting of a loss, but knowing that you guys are better for it and can bounce back is definitely a big one. I want to discuss Team Liquid now, your opponent, a little bit. And Stixxay, maybe I can get your opinion as to the actual power level of this team, because they're 0-3, but we've heard it already that it doesn't feel like they're an 0-3 team, that they have performed better than that. And when Dardoch and Matt are in, the team definitely looks like it's leveled up a bit. So what would be your assessment of Team Liquid and where they might end up in the pack?
Well, I'm going to just go with the meme and say they'll be fourth. But yeah, no, I think they're actually a really good team. Their early game is probably one of the best in the league. So I think Dardoch and Matt do a really good job early.
Yeah, we saw a lot of pressure from Dardoch, building that warrior early on Rek'Sai and being a threat nonetheless. Another champion, though, that has a lot of priority placed on it and not a ton of success would be that Ryze in the mid lane. It's been played 3 times here in the North American LCS. It's been beaten every single time, and yet we still see it banned the majority of champion selects. So, Hui, can you kind of pinpoint why exactly Ryze isn't finding so much success here in the North American LCS?
I think it's Ryze is a champion that looks easy, but it's actually really hard to pull it out. Yeah, I think the only true Ryze player will be Faker, I think, because whenever he plays, he just kills everyone. But still, even though you don't play it that well, it's still strong. Even in TL game, we were prioritizing Ryze a lot because he was still a threat to us. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, this champion, you were aware that you weren't banning it out and that it was open for that first pick. They ended up taking it. I mean, obviously, this is probably not done without some kind of, plan to deal with it. Was it a champion-specific plan? We're going to pick these champions into Ryze because they do well against Ryze? Or was it more playstyle-oriented in terms of focusing and the way that you're moving around the map?
To be honest, at the last second, we decided to deal with Ryze. So
wait, so was it originally planned thinking you're going to ban Ryze and then you decided, you know what, we can deal with it, let's let it go?
I mean, I thought they were going to ban, so we were like, okay, they were going to ban, and then they picked it. Yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough. Last question here, Stixxay. Looking at Cloud9 tomorrow, which is your next matchup, we've seen both Hai and Bunny Fufu in so far this season. What is your assessment of that team as you look towards not knowing yet who you're about to face, and then the relative strength of the rosters depending on which of those shot callers is in?
Yeah, it's hard to scout them because they're honestly just a different team when they use Hai and when they use Bunny. So when they use Hai, like, there's no reason for us to really watch today's game that much because they're just a completely different team. So it's going to be hard to go into it.
Gonna have to wait to get that confirmation to see who will be playing tomorrow. Well, again, gentlemen, congratulations on the victory today. Best of luck tomorrow in your matchup against Cloud9. Now, there's still one more match coming your way. Next up, it's Team Dignitas and Renegades as they look to break away from the pack. Keep it tuned right here. The action returns after this.
Team Liquid not started the way they wanted to. We'll see if they can do it. Here we are into the game.
One kill already onto Lorlo. Piglet on the backside, gonna get soloed out by Darshan, but this is still not the best battle for the CLG top laner. A double kill for Darduck.
Back up. Play slow.
Matt looks at the queue, gets a two-man stun. Here comes the re-engage. Phoenix wants in, but oh no, Darshan and Huhi turn it back around, and Phoenix sniped away. Top flash lands. Huhi, QSS flashes out. Lorlo gonna die. There's gonna be a bunch of healing thanks to Darshan. Phoenix next up with the plate, 2 for 0. That's gonna be it. CLG improved to 2-1.